When people talk about the best drummers alive, the conversation almost always splits into two camps. Those who play from the soul and those who play with absolute precision. And sometimes, if we're lucky, the universe gives us both side by side. Today we're looking at two extraordinary drummers who represent these two poles perfectly. Paulina Villarreal of The Warning and Anika Nilles, now the new drummer for Rush. One plays like her heart's on fire, the other plays like she's controlling time itself. Basically, this is a case of feel versus precision, but both drummers play with passion and precision. So let's start with Paulina, a name that's becoming synonymous with modern rock energy and passion. If you haven't checked it out already, please see my video on The Warning, Paulina's band, and take a look at what these girls are doing. So Paulina is not just the drummer, she's also a vocalist, an emotional engine, and kind of the spiritual center of the band The Warning. Her playing is instinctive and studied at the same time. She's got a great groove, she can swing, and she never forgets that, keeping time isn't just about staying on rhythm, it's about creating friction and drama and intensity. So when you see her play, you can watch her hands. She doesn't rush her fills. She feels exactly where they need to land. She's got a perfect heartbeat and mindset to play any kind of song, whether it's a rip-roaring thrash-type metal track or a laid-back kind of groove. And she's not hiding behind her drum kit. She kind of sits above it like she's commanding from a throne. And she has a ton of energy that drives the band live. So let's talk now about Anika Nilles, who is the drummer now for the band Rush, and she's probably the most technically precise drummer on the planet today. She built her legend in the drum community, not by releasing music to the population at large. And her early videos like Alter Ego and Synergy went viral because of her flawless timing and playing. She's like a metronome that has an incredible human groove behind it. Every note is placed exactly where it's meant to be, not too early, not too late, and her control is almost supernatural. And here's the interesting thing. For years, her brilliance existed outside of the arena spotlight. She was a teacher and she was a YouTuber, but she wasn't a household name. That's all about to change, because as soon as Rush announced that she was going to be taking over behind the kit, shockwaves went through the drumming world and the music world. This is her moment of transition from a technical legend to a rock icon, and if she brings even half of her studio precision to live Rush shows, we may be witnessing the evolution of modern rock drumming itself, where the boundaries between prog complexity and raw feel finally dissolve altogether. And yes, I am suggesting that she may take drumming even a step further than Neil Peart was able to do, primarily because she has his legacy and heritage to build on. So when you compare these two women, you can see that drumming is now entering another golden era, but it's going in a very different direction than it went in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And it's eliminating, but also integrating the electronics and the drum machines. So you've got the precision of the digital age, but you've got the passion and feel of the early ages of rock music. And this is exactly what you want to see happening. My question to you is not necessarily which is better, feel or precision, but which allows for the most emotional authenticity. So when you talk about Paulina, her playing connects directly with the listener. She translates adrenaline straight into rhythm and draws you in. She's not playing to impress people, she's playing to move them. Meanwhile, if you look at Anika, her strength is control and intent. She can subdivide time in ways that most players can't even imagine, yet she's never mechanical. She has a groove to everything she does. They're mirror images, these two women. One is rising out of the fire and the heart of the music, and the other seems to be rising out of the discipline of mastery. But the beauty is both of them are redefining what it means to be a drummer in the 21st century, where emotion and mathematics don't have to be a part. So Paulina Villarreal reminds us that feel is timeless. It's what made Bonham great, what made Taylor Hawkins beloved, and what makes fans scream. Anika Nilles reminds us that precision is power. It's what made Neil Peart legendary, and it's what keeps his spirit alive in Rush today. Two different kinds of musicians, both extraordinary and both proving that drumming, like music itself, isn't really about choosing inside or style. It's about finding that impossible balance between fire and focus. And this is what we're seeing every time we see a great drummer sit behind the kit. We're seeing someone who knows how to balance fire and focus. So, in your book, which one of these two drummers has the edge? Paulina with her raw feel, or Anika with her flawless precision? Drop your thoughts below. I'd read all of the comments and reply to as many as I can. And like I say, I've got a full video on the warning, and you should check that one out, as well as a full video on Anika joining Rush. You can find both of those in the archives.
MusicGuru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.